what's the intro?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Do you want to lay on the car?
Dude, I'll lay on the car.
And like, I'll lay on top of you?
Let's not lay on the car.
That'll go on the bloopers. All right, anyways, guys, what's up? AJ here. Vidish here. Brandon is not here. Where's Brandon? You want to text him?
I don't think he's gonna come.
He's not gonna come, dude.
He's making those gains for you guys.
He's working out.
He's working out.
That's all he does now. But today we're gonna be installing Underglow on the car. And the company is Hezo R. I don't know, whatever. I bought this kit for like 12 bucks on eBay. Or 20 bucks.
20 bucks, something like that.
It's basically my last kit, but this is like an upgraded version. So it's gonna be epic. Now we're gonna show you the tools we're gonna need. All right, guys, so you're gonna need a couple of supplies to get yourself started. So you're gonna need electrical tape, you're gonna need double-sided tape, preferably 15 pounds. Anything more is fine. That's for mounting the lights under your car. You could use zip ties. I bought them just in case. You're gonna need 2 different size tubings, shrink wrap tubings. You're gonna need a lighter for the shrink wrap tubing, obviously, and you're gonna need Ethernet cable. I'll tell you guys why you're gonna need the Ethernet cable a little bit later, but those are the tools you're gonna need, and you're also gonna need a switch to control the on and off of the lights. Without further ado, we're gonna jack up the car and we're gonna get started. Alright guys, now we gotta crawl under the car. Shit, dude, this is scary as Vidish. Ah! This is where my Underglow last time went, but we're gonna go right here, underneath here. Now you wanna make sure you got a bucket of soap and water, and you're gonna clean all under the car, everywhere we're gonna run the 3M tape and everything. So basically just clean all of that. Dude, we're gonna get so freaking dirty. It's gonna be disgusting.
Dude,
right here, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay,
I got the whole line.
Okay, good. All the way to the back.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys, next you're gonna wanna measure where the LED bar is gonna go. So you wanna make it so it's symmetrical. I'll show you guys what I mean. All right, guys, so basically what you wanna do is you wanna make sure the light bar is symmetrical to like the front of the car. You don't want it to be one-sided or one's longer than the other. You want to try to make it almost in the middle of the car. All right, guys, so you're gonna basically take your double-sided tape and you're basically gonna run it from one end to the other, not peeling the red part. So then the red part, when you're ready to apply it to the underside of the car, you peel it and then you stick it all at once. Basically what you're gonna do, you're gonna try to make it as straight as possible on the LED. Let me zoom in for you guys. So it should be pretty much in the middle of the tape, just like that. All right, guys, so once you have them all done, once you have one done, just do the rest, and then when you're ready to apply them, do one at a time. Every LED Underglow kit comes with a little control box, okay? And you wanna make sure you mount it kind of close to the battery, but also where all the wires for all the LED strips will connect to this. You need a fuse tap. They're like super easy to get. Go to AutoZone, they're like $3. You plug it into a fuse that's always on, so such as like your horn. Even though your car's off, when you push on the horn still activates. So find the horn fuse, put that in and tap it. So this is a positively charged wire, and you want to put that to the red side of this control box. All right, guys, so I'm just putting double-sided tape on here because I'm going to mount this control box on the fuse box that's located in my car. Clean the surface of where this control box is going to go so that when there's no dust or anything, that'll interrupt with the adhesion of the 3M tape. All right, guys, here comes with the electrical stuff. Now with the electrical stuff, what you want to do is the black wire is negative. Now, if you know anything about a car and stuff, the negative battery is right here, but the negative also leads to the chassis. So the chassis is automatically negatively charged. So this black wire can go anywhere on the chassis. So I'm basically gonna use a little bit of heat and make this wire a little bit more exposed, and then I'm gonna unscrew one of these bolts and bolt it onto the chassis. All right, guys, so I basically just heated up the wire so when the insulation was exposed, and then I just wrapped it around this nut. Now this nut's obviously negatively charged, so we're good to go. I'm gonna just take a little bit of electrical tape and put it on top to make sure it's nice and secure. All right, guys, we're gonna mount the first LED strip. We're gonna mount him right here. We marked them with these tapes right here, that one, and there's one all the way down there. I don't know if you can see that one. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna slowly peel it one by one, and then we're gonna keep sticking them. As Vidish peels, I'm gonna just stick them. It's relatively straight. It's as straight as we're gonna get it. So then we're gonna use this wire right here, and we're gonna feed it up to the control box right here. So we're basically finding holes throughout the chassis and using that as a guideline. Alright guys, so we laid it down, and this wire not long enough to actually go to the box right here, which sucks. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to extend the wire. So I'm basically gonna show you guys how to extend the stock LED wire. I want to start from this end. This is where it's going to go into the control box that we install on the fuse box. So basically you want to cut a little bit more than you think you need. So I think I need here, so I'm going to go like right here. I'm going to cut the wire just like this. We're going to set this one aside, and we're going to extend this wire using the Ethernet cable right here. You want to just cut the end of an Ethernet cable. Preferably one you don't need. We're doing Ethernet cable because they have a bunch of little wires inside it. I don't know if you can see that. There's like a bunch in there. And this has 4 wires to it, if you guys can see that. Boom, 4 wires. So this has more than 4, so you gotta make sure you write the colors down that you're gonna use. So I'm gonna go for solids. There's solids and stripes in here, so you wanna go for the solid colors. You get these colors right here, and I'm gonna go for the solids. Okay, so I'm gonna go with solid green, solid orange, solid blue, and solid brown. I'm gonna leave the stripes on for later. They're just useless wires. You only need 4 wires, so I'm gonna go for the solids. Okay, it says 300V at the bottom. We're gonna use that as our starting guideline. We're gonna call this blue, green, red, orange, stuff like that. Whatever color Ethernet you have. I believe they're all the same color. So we're gonna do blue, green, orange, and brown. So just go in that specific order. Also write them down on the phone. We actually wrote it down on Vidish's phone. So 300V is the starting. We're gonna use that with blue, and then we're gonna go green, orange, brown, just like this. Okay, so we're gonna peel back the wires just like this, one by one. So the one that says 300V is gonna be the blue. So right here, we're also gonna use a little bit of heat to take off some of this insulation so that we can fuse the 2 wires together. And then we're gonna use the shrink wrap tubing that we bought, and we're gonna shrink wrap them together. So here are the wires right here, and we're basically gonna use a little bit of heat to melt each and every wire to take off the insulation. Just like, and rip off each insulation on each wire. Alright guys, now we're gonna work on this. Basically you wanna just use a little bit of heat once again to remove some of the insulation. Alright guys, so now that you have your Ethernet all spliced up and you have your other end of the LED thing, what you wanna do is you wanna start tying them together, twist tying them. And I prefer you guys solder these, but I don't have a soldering iron, so I'm just gonna twist tie them and then use electrical tape that Vidish is cutting up for me. Alright guys, before you shrink wrap tube these wire connections that you just made, you want to make sure you test it. So make sure you plug in the fuse tap in the fuse box, and then if it works, there you go. But as of right now, it's working, and we're gonna basically do the same one for the rear because these wires are just way too short. So we're gonna basically do the same thing, and then we're gonna be able to mount it, and then we're gonna mount the switch. So basically what we did is extended these wires like how I showed you in the last clip. We also fed a coat hanger, if you guys can see right there. We fed a coat hanger right in there. Send the end of the light LED thing through the underside of the car out to here. So we're gonna basically pull on this when we tape that to the coat hanger, and then
wait, I don't know if this has been previously mentioned, it might be, but you make sure that the back underglow you do right here, make sure you feed a longer Ethernet wire because it won't reach there.
Right.
This could be a little bit short, but make sure that's really long, otherwise it won't be able to feed through the front.
Okay guys, so we're gonna take this end and we're gonna tape it onto this coat hanger. So when we pull on the coat hanger up in the engine bay, the wire will feed through under the car, through the engine bay, and into the control box. Alright, so we're gonna pull it on the other end of the coat hanger. Okay, it's stuck. Shit. Need some persuasion. And there you go. Oh, that worked out good. Alright guys, we're gonna stick that the second to last LED. So when you're peeling this part off, make sure it doesn't hit anything dirty that you haven't cleaned. Good? Woo! We're good. Alright guys, we kind of finished. We finished wiring, feeding all the wires into this module thing right here. We try to make it look clean, but that's really the best all we can do. Hopefully if we touch these two together, everything will work. So I'll touch these two and Vince will walk around the car.
Alright, let's do this.
See if it'll work.
Okay, front's good, side's good, backs are good,
Yeah.
and the other side is good.
Alright, sweet. Alright guys, so make sure you use your fuse tap and we should be good to go. Now we just need to hook up our switch, our little James Bond switch. Where the hell is it? Right here. A little James Bond switch, so when we flip it, it'll activate. So we're gonna wire that in and then we're gonna wrap things up and we should be good to go.
Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. You like a bitch.